Welcome to our Freebie Friday video. Today's question was asked actually by a realtor that's helping a family to sell their property. And the question was, can the property owners sell a portion of their land to a neighbor, even though there's a mortgage on that property? And the answer is, it depends. I think that they can do it under some circumstances. And they do have to get permission from the lender in order to do that. But if they do not get the permission from the lender to do it, ultimately the lender could actually call the whole loan due, which means that the lender could cancel the whole contract, the mortgage, and ask for all of the balances due up front right away. So I think that the best thing to do is to look into what it will take to be able to subdivide that land to begin with, because in order to sell to another person who is going to be on a separate deed, that land has to be what we call replatted, so kind of divided up further. And a lot of areas out there, depending on whether the property is in the city within the city limits or outside of the city, might have deed restrictions that tell you exactly how small a parcel of land can be in order to be able to resell it to someone else. So sometimes they'll say it has to be 2.5 acres, it has to be bigger than that. It depends on where you're located. And you would want to look into the deed restrictions first. And then the second thing you want to do is to put it in an application with the county or the city, depending on which governing agencies is over your area, to find out whether they would even have an issue with you replatting the land. So look into that first before you engage your lender in the discussions. In order for the lender to probably approve something like that, it would mean that your property value has really skyrocketed in such a way that the lender's loan is still very secure. So even if you carved out some acres out of your land, the lender will still be able to feel comfortable allowing you to do that. In case you stop making payments, the portion that's left of your property should be able to cover all of the mortgage, the total amount due under the mortgage, and any fees and costs and things like that. So that's probably the only situation in which the lender would approve it, and they will most likely send out their own appraiser to come out and reappraise the property and reappraise the portion of the land that the mortgage will still cover. And worst case scenario, if the lender doesn't approve it, you could probably still go ahead and sell it to the neighbor, but you just have to work out a more creative deal, and both of you will have to be either on that deed that you're on and have different percentage ownership on there, or the neighbor might have to just buy pending you paying off the whole mortgage to the lender. And then only after you've paid off the whole mortgage, that neighbor will then have a separate deed, because now you can subdivide it, you can replat as you like without having any lender looking over your shoulder. So this is our quick review of that question. And if you have specific questions that I might be able to answer, feel free to reach out and I'll be happy to do so. If you want us to do any other videos relating to this or any other topics, just send us an email and we'll cover that in future videos. Happy Friday, and talk to you next time.